What's the craziest thing that happened at your wedding? My mother, Odalis, never wanted me to marry my fiancé Bari, and she had a list of reasons that changed every week. He was too quiet, his family was not the right kind, he did not earn enough, and then he earned too much, and she said that was suspicious. The real reason was simpler than any of it. Once I married Bari, I would stop needing her the way she wanted to be needed, and my mother needed to be needed more than she needed me to be happy. She spent the whole engagement looking for a crack in us, and when she could not find one, she decided to make one. My bridal shower was at my Aunt Graciella's house, a room full of women, my friends, my cousins, Bari's mother, and his sisters. It was a nice afternoon right up until my mother stood and tapped her glass like she was about to give a sweet toast. Instead, she said, "Before this goes any further, there is something everyone needs to know. Bari is my son. I gave a baby up years ago before I had this one, and it was him, which means my daughter is about to marry her own brother." The room went cold. Somebody's fork hit a plate. Bari's mother, whose name is Sevda, stood up so fast her chair rocked. I could not process a single word of it. My mother stood there wearing a sad, brave face, like she was carrying something heavy for our own good, and she said, "I did not want to say it. I could not let you commit a sin. A mother knows her own child." I said, "That is not possible." She said, "I am so sorry, sweetheart. I have carried this a long time." She had tears ready. She had clearly practiced them in a mirror. Sevda said, "You gave up a son?" And my mother said, "Years ago, yes, and I always knew he was out there. And the moment I met Bari, I felt it." Sevda said, "You felt it." My mother said, "A mother feels these things." The whole shower came apart. Half the women believed her, because why would a mother invent something that ugly? And the other half did not know what to think. And I was standing in the middle of my own party being told the man I loved was my brother. I called Bari. He came right over, and when he walked in, my mother pointed at him and announced to the room, "There he is, my boy." He said, "What is going on?" And I had to be the one to tell him my mother was claiming to be his birth mother. He went gray. He said, "That is insane. I know my mother. She is standing right there." My mother said, "You were adopted, sweetheart. They never told you. It happens all the time." And here is the part that made it worse. Bari did not know every detail of his own early life because his family moved countries when he was small, and some paperwork was lost in the move. And my mother knew that because I had told her. She had chosen her lie on purpose. She had aimed it at the one gap she was sure of. Bari looked shaken. He said, "I was not adopted, was I?" And he looked at Sevda, and for 1 second even Sevda had the flicker of a parent afraid of a secret she did not actually have. My mother saw that flicker and pounced. "See? Even she is not certain. Call off the wedding. I am only trying to protect you both." She was winning. She had the room. She had Bari rattled. She had people whispering about whether the wedding should be postponed. My cousins were crying. Graciela was telling everyone to please sit down, and my mother stood in the center of it looking noble, the martyr who wrecked the party to save us from ourselves. Every time somebody questioned her, she got more certain. Someone asked what year she gave the baby up, and she said 1 year, then said a different year when pressed. Someone asked where, and she named a city, then said it was too painful to talk about. Every hole she papered over with grief, and grief made people stop asking. Then Sevda spoke. She had gone quiet while everyone else was crying, and it turned out she had been quiet because she was thinking. She said, "Odalis, you say you are Bari's birth mother." My mother said, "I am." Sevda said, "Then tell me his birthday." My mother said, "Well, I gave him up, so I would not know the exact." Sevda said, "A mother knows the day she gave birth. You just told this room a mother knows her own child by feeling. So tell me the day you felt him come into the world." My mother named a month. Sevda said, "Wrong. Not even the right season. You do not know his birthday because you were not there." I was. I have his birth papers at home, with my name printed on them, from the hospital, from the country we lived in, with the doctor's name and everything on it. Bari was not adopted. I carried him. I named him. And you have never once been within 1,000 miles of the city where he was born. My mother said, "Papers can be," and Sevda cut straight through her. "Do not. You said a mother feels it. I felt it. You cannot even name the day."